Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get killed for saying this, but don't miss the credits.
Being based in France, I was lucky enough to catch the latest installment of the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise early. As a fan of the first two films in the franchise, let's forget the third one that went straight to DVD. I was really excited to see the stunning Jennifer Love Hewitt return as Julie James and revisit the universe of this franchise. I have a lot to say about this film, so spoiler alert. But first, in case you don't know me, welcome to Daily Amin. Here we talk pop culture and say things as we think them. Don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and comment. So what's I Know What You Did Last Summer about? A group of teenagers is stalked by a masked killer after accidentally causing the death of a young man named Sam a year earlier. The teens reach out to Julie James, survivor of the 1997 massacres, who will guide them through this new ordeal. The final twist reveals a double identity: Stevie, who was close to Sam, and Ray, traumatized by the town's forgetting of past events. Ray dies killed by Ava, but Stevie survives, setting up potential sequels. We find Chase Sui Wonders in the role of Ava Brooks, our new main heroine. Madeline Klein plays Danica Richards, the bimbo of the group they're trying too hard to sell us, as the new Helen Shivers. Tyrick Withers plays Teddy Spencer, who recalls Barry from the first film. We also have Jonah Hauer-King, Sarah Pidgeon, not to mention Billy Campbell and Gabriette Bechtel. Of course, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are back, along with some other familiar faces. This reboot far surpasses the recent Scream films and completely crushes I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer, as well as the Amazon Prime series.
I'm not judging, all I'm saying is...
The summer atmosphere of Southport is perfectly captured. The ocean, the apparent lightness, the festive atmosphere, it's all there. The initial accident surprises us in an intelligent way. Unlike the original film, we have a group of friends who are older and financially well off. The police are also more present, which modernizes the approach. The film suffers from a blurry identity. It wants to live independently from the first while multiplying references. We revisit places like Helen's family's old store, we mention the old massacres, but without creating coherent connections. Most importantly, the plot never really manages to intelligently justify why the characters didn't confess everything from the start. This fundamental screenplay flaw undermines all the film's credibility, especially since none of the characters seem to feel any guilt. The film displays superficial feminist pretensions with a little speech about women's freedom that serves no purpose. All the men die predictably and seem to be total jerks. They make Danica survive, probably for her charm appeal, and Ava, but the latter cruelly lacks Julie James's charisma. Comedy-wise, we just have references to guided meditation or astrology that aren't funny. For suspense and chase scenes, while the first films offered truly gripping suspense sequences, this new version sorely lacks them, replaced by an escalation of gore. The deaths are frankly violent, but the pacing is a bit wonky. Forget the long stalking scenes, psychological torture, and surprise appearances that made the first two films successful. Here, there's nothing. Danica is undoubtedly the star character of the film, as Helen was in the original. Except this film wants too much to make Danica a Helen 2.0 by forcing parallels. But it doesn't work, and for good reason. They have nothing in common. Danica is a professional bimbo who cares about superficial things right after witnessing her fiancé's murder and has no psychological depth. She identifies so much with Helen Shivers that she ends up finding her in a dream or nightmare she has, giving Sarah Michelle Gellar the opportunity to make a cameo as useless as Skeet Ulrich's in Scream 5.
You can't run from who you are, Sam. I'm just trying to help.
Moreover, in this cameo, Sarah Michelle Gellar, or rather Helen Shivers, behaves like a bimbo, which strongly contradicts the character who, aside from her beauty, was mischievous and intelligent. Tyler's character is botched. We get the impression they tried to create a badass for us to echo Nancy's character, played by Jennifer Esposito in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. But nothing alike. Tyler is vulgar and without depth. This podcaster, who's an absolute fan of crime and the Southport murders, could have been the equivalent of Randy in Scream. You know, that character who knows all the genre codes and guides viewers. She could have played a key role, but no. Instead, she only serves to nod to Helen Shiver's chase with the dumbwaiter sequence. As for the killer, or rather the duo of assassins, I'm still perplexed. For Stevie, it can be understood, but Ray, it's nonsense. Why transform yesterday's victim into today's executioner? This rewrite destroys the hero he was to make him a vulgar serial killer with a completely bogus motive. Jennifer Love Hewitt literally bursts off the screen. Her calm, her seriousness, her controlled coldness make her shine. We perfectly feel that Julie James is still impregnated by her trauma, and her house with its security system testifies to it. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. A survivor who still bears the scars of her past, as was the case with Sydney in Scream 3. For my part, I would have liked the killer to go directly after her, but well. And that post-credits scene with Brandy?
Oh my God, Julie!
That's exactly what we needed. This sequence hints at a return to roots with the original survivors who could return to service. Julie warning Carla of a threat directly targeting her is the promise of a sequel centered on the characters we really love. No more new charisma-less teens, we could finally rediscover the depth of the first films with heroines marked by their past. Speaking of heroines from the past, I can't ignore the obvious discomfort between Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar at the premiere, since they didn't pose together, even though they could have. While the comments about Jennifer Love Hewitt's appearance, who is still gorgeous by the way, particularly shocked me, I'm even more shocked by Sarah Michelle Gellar's attitude, who allegedly liked very cruel Instagram posts about her. I find this behavior petty and disappointing. Sure, the tensions between the two actresses are no secret.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt said that she's possibly returning? Can't tell if that's how.
I have nothing to do with that.
But resorting to such pettiness is not only cruel, but also sends a very bad message. Fans from the beginning risk disappointment, while the new generation might love it. The idea was good, but as often with reboots, Hollywood can't help but take a superficial turn and betray the essence of the original film.
What are you waiting for, huh?
I understand that some find what they're looking for in it, but for me, this isn't the film we were owed. But hey, at least we got Jennifer Love Hewitt back. Tell me in the comments what you think. Have you seen the film? Your opinion? See you soon for a new video.